going to focus on the shoulders today. So I'm going to take you through a sequence that will help you to kind of connect with this whole area, the shoulder joint, and to move it in lots of different ways, to loosen it up and just to get the breath back in the body and just to help the whole sort of feeling of releasing tension. So we're going to begin. So find a comfortable seated position, so either cross-legged or with the feet out, and then sitting up so that the back of the head feels nice and long, and just dipping in the chin and then closing the eyes. And it's really nice just to begin to focus in on the breath. So we start to breathe in and breathe out. Notice all of the parts of the body that are in connection with the floor or the mat. And relax the face. Start to relax and soften the shoulders. As you breathe in, feel the breath coming into the rib cage, into the lungs. And feel those ribs widen each time you take that breath in. And as you breathe out, then the ribs just settle back to their original position. So it's that feeling of expanding the ribs as you breathe in, and then allowing the ribs to settle, to narrow. Focusing on the breath is a really good benchmark to kind of gauge how you're feeling as well. If the breath feels quite rapid, maybe because you've had a busy day or you're feeling a bit anxious. And by focusing on the breath, we're just able to just slow it down a little bit and just become a little bit more mindful, start to connect into the body, the physical body. And you can keep your eyes closed. We're going to drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Take a few nice deep breaths so that we can feel the release down the left hand side of the neck all the way to the tip of the shoulder. Then roll the head down so the chin comes to the chest, and again take a few breaths here. And then roll the head so that the left ear comes to the left shoulder. And sometimes it takes a few breaths just for the body to start relaxing, start releasing all the tension you might be holding in the top of the shoulders, in the neck. And then bring the head all the way back to the centre and open the eyes. So we're going to focus on one shoulder at a time. So I'd like you just to spend a little bit of time. Maybe if you can place the hand underneath the arm and just get a sense of where the shoulder blade is, the scapula, and then, or it might be easier to do that from the top. So however you can kind of access your own shoulder. And then we're going to just take a breath in and just begin to move the arms. So breathing in, bring the arm up. And then breathing out. Breathing in, let's sweep the arm to the side. And then breathing out, bring the arm back to the centre. Breathing in again. Lifting out of the waist. And then breathing out. And breathing in as we lift the arm. So we kind of get a sense, we can keep moving the hands. We can kind of feel that shoulder moving. And then let's just give that arm a nice shake, particularly the hands and the shoulder. Give that shoulder a bit of a shrug. And then focusing still on this right shoulder, we're going to see if we can just roll that shoulder in and then up and then back. So it's almost like half a circle, so we're not rolling all the way round. Just see whether we can get a little bit of movement. It might not move at all. And when you are moving it, see whether you can just notice the quality of the movement. So is there any crunching or any sticking points? So just get a sense of how that shoulder's feeling. And again, just give it a little bit of a shake out. And then we're going to bring the same arm. So we're going to take a breath in and sweep the arm all the way over to the other side. We want to keep the chest facing forward. So we just feel like we're stretching out from the shoulder all the way across the arm. and then sweeping that out across the body. So keep the back of the head nice and long. So we're sitting up, so we feel nice and strong sitting up, but the chest remains relaxed. And then place the left hand on the floor just beside you. And let's take that arm all the way up and over. And all of the time, just keep on breathing in and out through the nose. So it doesn't really matter whether it's breathing in or breathing out. Just trying to coordinate that breath with the movement. Remembering that arm back down. See whether take a moment. Just, you can get to know that shoulder joint. Give it a little massage, a little rub, and just see how it's feeling. And then we're going to go on to the opposite side. So again, just get a sense of where that shoulder blade is especially. And then as we breathe in, we're going to lift that arm all the way up to the ceiling, or as high as it can go. It might not go that high, it doesn't matter. And then out towards the side. So we just start to kind of really feel and notice that shoulder. And then out towards the side. And then once more, so you can keep moving that hand as well. It's really nice to kind of get that tactile feedback as well with the other hand, so to become really aware of the body of the shoulder. And let's give that hand a bit of a shake. And just let that shoulder relax, and then we're going to see whether we can do the same. So we're rolling it up and down and up and forward. So we're kind of trying to isolate that. Again, it might not move very much. Might feel very different to the other side as well. So just nice to notice. We're just observing the body, trying to connect in with the body, noticing how it feels. And then just give that a little bit of a shake. We're bringing some movement into that shoulder. And again, it's nice to keep the hand on the chest actually, so we can keep the chest facing forward. Connecting with the breath, and just reach over to the other side. So we actually just feel this shoulder blade moving away from the back of the spine as we move it across the body. And then let's take it up over the head. Place the right hand on the floor. I want to keep both sides of the bottom connected to the floor. We're just stretching out of the waist and bringing that movement into the shoulder. And then shake out that shoulder. I'm going to turn to the side so I can show you, but you can stay where you are, stay seated. We're going to link the hands together. And we're going to just keep the chest and the body where it is, and we're just going to extend the arms forward. So it's as though we're trying to separate the shoulder blade from the back of the spine and then squeeze them together. And this is another really nice one, just to notice how the shoulder blades are moving. So reaching forward, just trying to get a little bit of movement in those shoulder blades in the back of the body. And then let's start to roll around. So keeping the hands linked, so makes it extra bit of sort of challenge and difficulty for the brain, because normally we roll the shoulders with the hands separated. So we're just rolling them round and rolling them back. We're just bringing movement, and also just gets the blood flowing in this area as well, which again is really important if we've been spending a lot of time hunched over. So just take a moment, just let the arms relax and take a few breaths there. So again, breathing in, breathing out, connecting with the breath. The rib cage widens as you breathe in. So then we're going to breathe in and bring both arms all the way up to the ceiling and all the way out towards the side, and breathe and continue. So breathing in, stretching out of the waist, bringing some nice arm circles into those shoulders. And then this time we're going to place the fingertips just behind, place the fingertips so that they're facing back in towards the body, and then just gently lift up out of the chest. So this can be a really small movement, because remember, if you've been like this quite a lot and hunched over a device or a computer, Then we want to gradually open up the shoulders. We don't want to stretch and pull the body. So we're just opening out just a little bit. Just feel that chest, feel the openness through the collarbone, through this part of the body. And we can even just lift the chin up a little bit and feel a little bit of a stretch through the front of the neck. And then bring the head down, bring those arms back. I'm going to bring the arms out towards the side again. And this time we're going to, in fact, let's focus on one arm at a time. We're going to rotate the arm, the arm bone forwards and backwards. So an inward rotation and an outward rotation. And see whether you can just focus on that movement coming right from the arm here. So we're rotating in. So try not to just move the arm or the wrist or the forearm. And let's add in let's just focus on that side. So it's nice just to focus on one arm, see whether we can tune into that movement if it's something we've not done that much before. And then let's bring that together. So we're rotating, try and keep again the back where it is and the chest where it is, just trying to move from the arm bones. Keep breathing at the same time. Get the face nice and relaxed. And then shake those arms out. Let's place the right hand on the left knee, sweeping that left arm up and over. Let's stretch over to the right side, taking a few breaths here. And then come all the way back up. Let's place that left hand behind and just look over to the left shoulder. And then let's swap sides, so left hand on the right knee. And breathing in, stretching over to the left. And lifting up, placing this hand just a little way behind, just gently so we're not tugging the body around, just looking over towards that right shoulder. Come all the way back to the centre. We're going to take a few breaths in together and bring those arms, breathing in, bring the arms up. Let's open the mouth when we breathe out. So we'll do that 2 more times. Breathing in. Breathing in once more. So we've brought a little bit of breath into the body, bit of movement into the shoulder joint. Hopefully that's just opened up the body a little bit, got the blood flowing, got the mind focused back on the breath, and hopefully you feel a little bit better.